So we are in Sicily with no Trix, Perricone. And it's actually funny, I picked this wine a while ago, but I was literally just talking to my friends in Sicily that were on a trip a week ago, and I just went off about how much I love Perricone and how I think it's one of like the least least known, or like, what's the right word? It's not getting enough respect as a red grape from Sicily. So I was really excited when this one came on the scene. I've only seen maybe like 3 or 4 that have even been options for us in the past. So this No Tricks one is very fun. Yeah, so it's basically 100% Perricone, if you didn't gather that already. And they basically work to make it be like Perricone as they make it in conventional wine in Sicily is normally heavy, and it's honestly like a little bit like a gritty wine. So heavy and gritty does not sound nice to me versus when you make it in a lighter way, it's almost like you know, a like Pinot Noir style where it's like, oh, it's forest floor and like little chalky rocks on the way. So this is, I think, the right way to go about it. Anyways, I've given a little bit too much away, but it's 2020, so not too long of aging. It looks very purple, very youthful on the nose. It's got like deeper florals, like violets, maybe like some herbs, like I think we're in more like the sage category here. Certainly some spiciness. I don't know if it's like pepper or what, but there's definitely like almost like a little bit of like a meatiness to it on the bottom. It's like almost like a little bit stewed quality of cherries, like dark cherries, dark plums, like ones that you're about to put in a pie. There's some tart in there too. Like when I like to make my cherry pies, I like to put tart and like pie, whatever they're called, cherries that you put in pies, filling pies, cherry filling. There we go. It's like half that and half tart. Smells great. Smells like a meal, honestly, like a meal and a little bit like outside. So let's try it. So I love that it's still light. It's got tannin, but it's well integrated. The acidity is balanced with it. It's rustic, honestly. Like it's not that smooth. I think that it is more like rustic is just the right word for it here. I can't think of another one for it. And it just tastes like perfectly balanced on my palate. And it's light enough that I honestly like would be fine drinking it by itself, which is impressive because normally this type of thing, that is not what happens with it. But it's amazing for food. So for this type, I think that it would go great with like your stinky or your aged cheeses. It's going to stand up to them well while still being light and fresh. I love the idea of this with like mushroom risotto or like arancini, you know, Sicilian food. It's just hefty enough that I say you could put it with beef. Don't put it with like a steak, but if you want to put it with, I don't know, beef stir fry or something, like have at that. That's going to taste great. So enjoy.